This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. I hope you're all happy, healthy, and most importantly, hydrated. You know how we do. If you're not hydrated, then get the fuck out of my lobby. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. I'm trying a new format. I'm breaking up the long live streams into separate segments, and I'm gonna stop recording and start recording, do a little beg segment in between, and then record another video so that I can drop different segments of this throughout the week. Philip is going to go live with his illegal beta stream. Here come the mass reports. Oh shit, wait a minute, seriously? Is that tonight? Well, he's a bitch anyway. I can't wait for his shit to get popped live. But until then, we're going to hang out with Snort Hogan and see what the guy's been getting into. This is actually more of the interview, the excellent interview with Truth Seekers. That was a an event for sure. Let me go ahead and get this opened up. And then let's go ahead and enjoy the fruits of Snort Hogan's labor. Thank you so much, Snort Hogan, for the footage. This DSP gets pressed on being autistic, hardcore begging, bankruptcy, lunch meat sandwiches, and guilt tripping.
The next question I'm going to ask you may be considered like private medical information, and if you don't want to answer this, then I understand. But
it depends. Let's see what it is.
But let me explain this.
It depends.
Okay.
Fuck off.
I have a son who is autistic, severely autistic. Non-verbal, in fact. He doesn't
Elden Ring
speak.
beta stream or
But
something
I've been around
else.
a lot of autistic people because of raising my son. He's 12 now. And one of the big criticisms about you is you're constantly asking for support, constantly asking for money. And I don't know, I've been observing some of this. So I wanted to ask you, have you ever been
It's a beta stream, all right.
Spectrum or having Asperger's?
When I was growing up, that stuff, no one ever talked about any of that stuff at all. I doubt that a single doctor would have ever even like done a test or measured anything like that when I was growing up, unless you were like showing overt signs outward of stuff like that.
Like making up words, making up sentences, hyperfixating on things, being very aggro at other people that challenge your worldview, being very stuck in your ways. I mean, I'm not going to say it's autism, but it's definitely checking off a lot of boxes.
No one ever talked about that.
And there's a bunch of different types of autism.
So, no, I've never had
you could be autistic and like be super locked into playing Dance Dance Revolution, for an example.
I think, you know, and I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just an observer here, an outsider looking in. But it seems to me that you have a little bit of trouble like comprehending social norms. Like, for example, like, do you have a perception of like how many times during an average stream that you ask for support or money? Because that's one of the big criticisms too. Like,
do I count? No, I do not, because it's actually
can it take a guess? Can it take a guess?
Temperamental extremes. I definitely see that.
You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
so if you
Because he's like,
you ask
okay,
for it
Steve,
more.
okay,
That's
Steve,
right.
talking to him
Ask
like
and you
a
shall receive.
child or whatever,
Okay, but
and
do
then
you
also
understand that
flipping
turns a
shit
lot of
because he's not
people
able to
off?
make enough money to get the Arby's.
And I hate to include this, but I'm going to include this. You know, I'm not a big gamer, but my son is. In fact, though, we're having a real problem with him with screen time. I just got him a new game today.
Gira, very true. Body swaying. Yep.
And we're trying to cut him down on screen time because it seems to me he's 8
Nervous
years old. He's a big gamer.
ticks, like
PlayStation,
hopping
PlayStation
legs,
VR,
racing
Twitch,
mind, racing thoughts.
And he watches
Back then, your parents
video
would have
game
asked for
streamers.
the test to be
He
done.
watches Ninja.
So I have a feel. Somebody had a really, really, really like on the nose take about Phil in his adolescence when he was overtly being like a pig, like not like a roach pig, but like a pig, like, oh, tits and ass, oh, LOL. You know what? Like, it almost seemed like he was so overtly perverted because he was overcompensating for the fact that he may actually be homosexual. Oh my God, I pressed the wrong button. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I just think Phil maybe is a homosexual. I think he likes guys. I think his marriage with his wife is because his wife is a beard. Like, I say this a lot, okay? I'm not gonna. If I'm presented with new information, I'm glad to evolve my opinion. But as I see it right now, he may have some sort of like shame in it from his parents, and that's why he doesn't do anything. So he needed to prove to his parents, and I'm sure his parents wanted to pay for the wedding because then their what they thought was gay son to be in a traditional nuclear family. And when he says family and fixates on family and saying that Jasper is family, like, that's as much as it's going to be. It's going to just be a label that his parents can then put on him because he's like the only child, right? So of course he was spoiled. He's like the only one in the world. And, you're seeing that type of narcissism and you're seeing that type of like denial in so many different ways. But then again, I could be speculating. Who knows?
And he watches Hassan and who is the XQC he watches. And,
oh my God, I know both those guys.
I asked him out of the blue, I'm like, do you ever watch Dark Side Phil? He goes, no. I go, do you know who that is? He goes, yeah. And I go, well, you watch these other guys. Don't you like his show? And he goes, I watched him sometimes, but he asks for money all the time. And I almost was going to clip a video of him talking about this, but I thought, I'm not going to hit you with that. But like, there is a perception, even among people, and I swear I didn't coach him. I didn't know he knew who you were, but he's always either playing a video game or watching a streamer. So I thought maybe he knows who you are. He did know who you are. And
that's
by
crazy.
The way, he told me to tell you that he could beat you at what is it, Friday Night Freddy? He could beat you at any of those games, just so you know.
What, Street Fighter? Like when I play
Friday Night at Freddy's, I guess.
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
I hate those games. I suck ass. I would never.
I
suck ass. Whoa, bro, hold up.
Them, but like,
there could be.
So,
yeah, we might.
But what I'm saying, Phil, is that there's
let me just shit on the game that your kid loves. Fuck you.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, in my world, it's customary to ask for support once, maybe twice through the stream. Like, if you take a break in the middle when you
hear me out,
you say something. But like, did you know there's a whole YouTube channel dedicated just to counting the number of times that you ask for money in a stream?
Absolutely. There's entire like networks programs written to count the amount of times I say a single word in all of my content ever on YouTube.
It's a search engine, Phil.
Did you know there's
it's
an
not
entire
that deep.
search engine called Pig Go?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look at this. Steve just reposted my post. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
I'm trying to help you here. I really am, because I understand why people are like.
That's very cool of him.
This stuff. And I thought they're got to be exaggerating. But then I found this Ferroni the tractor. I'm sure it's what you would describe as one of your detractors.
I mean, they call themselves the tractor. They have it in their name.
When you were playing Dark Souls, you asked for money 62 times. When you were playing light razzing, I don't know. He makes plays on words on the games you were playing. You asked for money 85 times. You tested a mic, and then you begged for money 31 times while testing the mic. And this one is just greed mode, beg count 58. Successful streamer begged 78 times. And I'm not going to play these videos because they're very disparaging. They like make you have a huge head and try to make it funny. Popeyes felt it, beg count 100.
Popeyes felt it. Oh boy.
Money 100 times. Flight Simulator.
Guys, breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. From Ethan Ralph via Meowblock on Twitter. They call me DSP is the biggest dummy online. Wow. Polygraph tests are notoriously unreliable. The bank records were illegally obtained. Obviously, they are real, but he should have accused Stephen Cambion in furthering criminality and promoting pseudoscience, then just left the show. Would have at least kept Steve from making more money, LOL. You get what you deserve, stupid Phil. Ethan Ralph making a little bit of sense on the internet. What timeline is this?
Later, you begged for money 111 times. Call of Duty, you rage quit 9 times. They clip. And I got to tell you, I watched these with a counter going, he can't ask for money 101 times in one stream. They clip them all and they put them together. I don't know what beg more is, but you ask for money 101 times. We've got Wife is Strange, beg count 33. Life is Strange, I guess they meant.
Yeah.
Nightly Kingly begs count 65. Shadow of something 77 times. WWEC.
Wait. Wife is Strange. Sir V, Twitter update. Meow Block with the facts as far as I can see it. Apparently, Raven's Dolphin is live, and Raven's sister, who is also with him, is so drunk and she can't stop calling him dumb and regarded. She said he's so dumb that even a 16-year-old would be too advanced for him. Holy shit. This is crazy.
Times 145 begs in this stream, and all this person does, Phil, is go through your streams and then clip all the times you ask for money. And then they put it together, and I guess they make it kind of funny. I wasn't really like amused by this, but I'm just wondering, like, do you realize that you ask for money that many times in one stream?
Well, first off, I've never watched any of this content, to make it clear. I don't actually.
But he knows who he is.
How truthful that is. I
went through with a counter, Phil. He's right. I mean, unless he's like AI, he's got like CIA level AI to make these clips of you asking for the money.
All I'm saying is I'm answering this question in perspective of I have no clue if anything that a detractor puts on their channel about me is true or not. All I can ask is from my perspective, right? I haven't seen that content. I can't really respond to it. But no, I mean, I do ask for contributions basically as soon as I start my podcast. And if we're talking about how I did the day before, I'll mention, how we did. And I'll say, hey, let's hit the goals today. We have some goals in place. Here's the rewards coming up. If we have a reward that's scheduled, we'll talk about that. During each podcast, I'll mention it several times for sure.
Well, this is why I brought up the autism, because I don't know if you know this, but people with autism have like perceptual problems and social problems, and they don't recognize social
every 5 to 10 minutes.
And like, that's what made me think that maybe you're on the spectrum, because a neurodivergent person or a person on the spectrum might not realize that they were asking that many times. And that this is what I'm saying. People with autism also have a problem with social norms. So like the social norm is ask for support once or twice a show. And I think most show hosts would agree with that. If you make 4 or 5, I don't know, but 88 times, 122 times, 56 times.
This is so true. Like he's being really kind to him. Like, hey, have you considered the idea that maybe you are special?
I'm not aware of anybody else. And this is what I did. I went to Twitch and I just started watching some random gaming streamers, and I got links from people to watch, and I watched from the beginning to the end. And over on Twitch, at least, most of the gaming streamers, hey, thanks for the support, give some subs, here's our goal tonight. And a lot of them didn't even have goals, but they would read the gifts or the tips or the cheers or whatever. But they don't ask so many times. So I think that's why, because it's just too much. You don't think it's too much?
Let me put it this way. The people who have issue with how much I ask are the people who benefit the most by bringing it up. It's that simple. People who make this kind of toxic content, an entire channel dedicated to counting how many times I ask for donations.
I agree. That's a little obsessive to count.
Damn.
Every single time that you ask for money together. But I have to say, Phil, regardless of whether you call them a detractor, they're factually accurate.
Okay.
Factually fucking
accurate.
You're broken in the fucking head.
I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a perception. Some people think it's a problem.
Don't you think some of the stuff is cringe though? Like For
of course
example,
it's cringe. It's meant to be cringe.
it's meant to be
It's
cringe.
meant to be cringe.
Phil,
Yikes.
Was it last night or the night before that you were like, we got to hit this goal because I don't know if I can order Arby's
That's
tonight.
right. We got to get the Arby's the next day.
Jesus
My wife's
Christ.
coming home from work. She doesn't want to cook. Let's get the Arby's.
This is kind of a deflection though. But don't you see how like what if I said
that's
like,
when that's his cope laugh.
I would consider this cringe. Like what if I was on my show and I said I'd like to order pizza for my kids because I don't feel like cooking, but I need to get $50 in super chats first.
Okay.
I would never do that because I would think that is so cringy.
Well, that's different. Do you know the context of
The context.
ordering Arby's?
The
It's not me just
context.
ordering dinner for my family. That's actually not what it is.
No, then you do the review of 3 sandwiches. Come on.
Right. Yeah, which is an ongoing series I've been doing over a decade. And I actually canceled the series and people gave me so much crap for like 5 years. These people were like, dude, why are you not doing the show anymore? We love DSP Tri-Z. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm doing well. We'll bring it back if we hit.
I think that could be popular. Who's that? There's a real nerdy guy that does food reviews on YouTube, and he's
Review of the week. Review of the week.
That dude's fun. Yeah. He's fun. He's nerdy as shit, but all he does is eat Taco Bell and Burger King and McDonald's. And
it makes it entertaining. That's the most important part, right?
Where he was, I just never blew up.
My family,
early pioneer. Yeah.
You know?
Let's go back though before I forget because I'll take another one off the board here. Mm-hmm. So one of the questions I got most as well is that people, and I think this is again just a misunderstanding. I got so many people sending me messages going, "How can he say his expenses are this much?"
Mm-hmm. True.
So this is just from the bankruptcy filing.
True.
1 month you're saying 9,000 is in expenses. The next month 5,000. The next month 3,100. The next month 4,400. The next month 43, 49, 5,200. You know, people are saying there's no way you can.
A lot of people are saying, guys,
business expenses. But is this a combination of both business and personal expenses?
See, here's the thing, and
here's the thing.
You have to understand when people start to bring this up. Anything that I say about this publicly at all, these people will take what I say, twist it, and then try to get me in trouble. All right. So I've been through this rodeo before.
If you don't get in trouble, you can't. If you don't
perspective about what
is there something that they shouldn't see, Phil?
When I'm going through the bankruptcy, okay, I have to provide all the information that they want, and boy, did they ask for a lot. They asked for everything.
I've been to bankruptcy hearings on the plaintiff side,
so you know all about how detailed it can be. Let me
he knows. How does Phil know, guys?
I was told both by my bankruptcy attorney and the judge involved that was the weirdest, most complex bankruptcy they ever had to do because my detractors kept messaging the judge. Okay, like every 5 seconds, they were messaging the judge saying, "Well, did you know he has this? Did you know he made this? Did you?" So the judge is like, "What the hell is this? Like, I'm just trying to do the bankruptcy, and I got 1,000 people on the internet harassing me for this shit. I don't even know what this means. Just listen to this. I know this is a little side. You'll get a laugh out of this though.
Oh, you'll find this hilarious.
This has to be online. So this is public information. What you're seeing right here, you can find this online. One of the things that happened was that the initial filing didn't list my cat Jasper as a financial asset. Okay. Why? Because my bankruptcy attorney didn't do it. Okay. It's that simple. Now,
it wasn't me.
Normally in any bankruptcy proceeding, no one would give 2 shits. But my detractors mass messaged the judge saying, Phil is lying to you and committing fraud to get his bankruptcy through. He has a cat and he didn't tell you. So
that's kind of petty.
And the judge had to hold a special meeting with myself and my attorney asking us why we didn't do this. Are we trying to scam them? So when this happened, the bankruptcy got blown into the most complex shit. I had to go through
he said all this before.
Line by line of all the things that I spent, what it went to, you know.
I know, but Phil, with respect, like this is a very simple question. When you're listing these expenses here, is that your total expenses, personal and business together, or just business expenses?
I actually don't know because that's what my
Kafka
attorney put together,
not Bowser Laugh,
properly per the law in Washington State. I don't know.
Can I talk to him about this and get some answers on that?
Damn, go straight to the source.
I mean, I doubt it, but
if you give your permission, he can talk to me.
Let me put it
I'm
this way.
not in the
Everyone involved
business
in
of
this
explaining
bankruptcy
why.
law is harassed by a zillion people. And this
I'm not going to harass anybody. I'm going to ask them that very simple question that I asked you. Is this expense is your business or your personal or both?
My take on that would be that's probably what they considered, whatever is qualifiable as the expense, whatever to qualify for the bankruptcy. You know what I mean? Like what
You know
is
what I mean? I
quantifiable
don't
as
know what you
expenses
mean.
for whatever they needed for this document, because I don't even know what this document is.
Actually, I actually don't know this dude is mortgaged on his tax deductions. What?
That's where
No, you're not supposed to do that. Even I know. It's only the room that you're running your business out of, Phil.
Is it meant to measure business expenses?
I'm an accountant. Most business owners know whether or not they're using personal or business expenses. I explained to them to have two separate accounts, one for personal, one for business. Well, shit, I better start doing one. For
example, I got
like
a
that,
message, and I'm for sure
because for the most part, like everything that I do on stream that makes me money on Twitch and YouTube, I put towards taxes.
I know that in this time frame,
the microphone, the computer, the monitors,
or anything to improve
the audio
show.
input.
So how does he have $9,000 worth of expenses? It showed it and changed it all over this 6-month period.
And that's the thing. I don't know what's considered
the games that I buy for PlayStation, because that's also
for example,
how cool is that, bro? You can use games that you bought.
Clip me and say, see what Phil said,
because you're making money, making content.
But to give you some perspective here, this room that I'm broadcasting out of right now, okay, is only used for work. So therefore, this room,
mine
for
too.
tax purposes and all of that, for somehow it's considered either an expense or a write-off. I don't know. Does that factor in to this?
Well, let me help you a little bit, because my wife is an accountant.
Damn.
Maybe
we'll finally get some answers, because
boy,
I don't
is
know.
she strict. But there's some other confusion. So some of the other confusion is that, and this is a simple question too. Are you writing off like your whole mortgage payment as a business expense?
Damn.
I don't think so. No, that's
I don't think so.
It would only, to my knowledge, it would only be.
You can only write off a percentage of your household expenses because you're just using that one room.
Should I be very clear here? I'm not writing off anything. I have professionals who do my taxes, and it's not H&R.
Claire, hello. How are you? Welcome to the shit show. We're being super toxic on the internet.
Oh, I know. They're on the bank league. Try check them out.
I pay tons of money every year.
Very cool to have you here. Welcome.
Down, left, and right, they do a great job. So I don't know what's written off and what's not.
How convenient that he doesn't know.
So the asking for support, we'll go back to that because one of the other criticisms, I guess, is that you ask for support too much. And I think that maybe I can help you understand some of this, what you call
glad to hear it.
Trolls.
Really glad to see everybody here across both YouTube and Twitch. We are dual streaming, and you can be a part of the show.
Sure.
If you type in !DSP into the chat, you'll get a random, carefully curated dark side fill sound effect.
It's hammed up. It's hammed up on purpose. Do you really think it's a big deal if I had Arby's on Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't know. You made it seem like a big deal, Phil. You said that it would piss you off.
That way
in fact,
right? As opposed to if everything's never a big deal and you don't hype anything up, then who's going to have incentive to ever care about it? I'm a crowdfunded individual. You got to hype up these events. We're going to do a DSP Tries It. We're going to do a marathon.
Today, some people say that you have this like bloated sense of self-importance, like the money's just yours. You deserve it.
No.
I want you to react to this and tell me the truth.
Okay.
You don't think that this is too much?
If you like my content and if you can support the streams today, please do. In particular, I absolutely need help with tips today. Tip me today.
Tip me
today. I'm in a good position for tomorrow.
Who does that? Who does that?
I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll be going grocery shopping. I guess
crowdfunded individual is such a weird way. He doesn't say money either. He always says support.
For our day off, I can't even have a meal out or nothing.
And as a business owner, you need to know what either your accountant or your tax person is putting into your taxes. True. At the end of the day, it's you
as
the tax. Thank you. Yes, Jessica.
that's too much. But don't you understand?
At the end of the day, it's you, and the taxpayer
All right, so
has the
if your
ultimate
position is that
responsibility.
you're-
Yes, and don't you also have to sign on that dotted line saying, yes, all of this tracks, all of this checks out. You're the one at the end of the day. This is the thing he does. I have no responsibility. That's been put on my tax guy, who, guess what? Who tells the tax guy what to... Come on. The tax guy's just going to like look at all your paperwork and go, oh, okay, so you just bought 3 copies of Street Fighter Y?
Doing this on purpose to make it cringy and you're laughing about it's a joke. But some people...
Well, he fully knows what his accountant is writing off. He has to sign. Very true, yes.
No.
Phil, you basically say this is great. It's such a grift, but it's grifty. You basically say, like, if I don't get tips, I can't buy groceries, and I may be subjected to have to eat a lunch meat sandwich on my day off. I won't even be able to get takeout food.
And who wants to do that on their day off?
But you're putting that on the audience. You're putting it on the audience.
First off, I'm trying to remember that specific situation because I don't actually remember what the heck.
How convenient he doesn't remember.
If you're wondering why I'm saying tips, it's because tips I get immediately, so I could actually.
I can spend it on my WWE Champions addiction and my alcohol
as you know, you don't get
addiction.
Right now. You got to wait like a month and a half before you get anything.
No, I got to wait until the 21st.
He wants us to believe his accountant just magically knows what he can and can't lawfully deduct. True.
In your defense, we
true.
Talked about this a little bit off air.
Another RGB light, Phil. Is this for your business? Yeah, it's for my business.
Sources of income.
Okay.
And and speaking of that, we'll get into that next because there's some other stuff there. I took another one off, and this one is about abusing users and taking advantage of users. There's some people that are like, why the stuff that he says. Let me share my screen again. We got another one to share with
another one.
And I want you to react to this one and tell me, is this too much or is this
another one?
Is this okay? Because
too much weaving of the lies happens to anyone. True. Once you get caught up, it's a lot easier to keep a coherent story when the story is the truth. Because then you have to remember, like, oh, why did I say to this person? Why did I say to that person?
That people take things out of context. So I'll play it, and then you can explain it, and you can put it in context for me.
Sure.
Thanks for the money, dummies. Because that's exactly what you fucking are. A bunch of fucking empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks.
I know exactly what that is then. So literally every single day, there are people who will send me small tips. I'm not talking they're sending me like a giant amount. They'll send me like $1. They'll send like a 50-cent super chat, and
so any amount that anybody sends to support this channel is always appreciated. It's never an obligation. Okay. This guy expects you to give him money because he's providing you with the content. Like, show up, support, and get the fuck out.
Put the most insulting possible message in there, insulting my wife, insulting me. And so
cringe, yeah.
That's response to that is saying, yeah, dummies, go ahead. Keep sending it to me because you get nothing out of it. Because I actually, if I remember this in context,
I wouldn't even say any of that shit. I would just say, hey, thanks for the $1 tip. And then keep it pushing. Like, don't even give them, you're giving them the gold dust by responding in this way. Thanks for the money, dummies. Now it's a soundbite. Now everybody knows. That was the sound effect that was brought on by you super chatting him or tipping him or whatever.
They were expecting me to read every message. And I said, I don't have any obligation to read any
These are
messages
the best clips. We the best music.
The moment that you cross that line, I'm just going to ignore you. So go right ahead. Send me tips. Send me super chats. Thanks for the money, dummies. Now you wasted your time because I'm keeping it. And I'm not reading your message.
Damn.
All right. Well, I guess I could see that that's fair, but and maybe that's taken out of context. But from a public relations standpoint, it's really not. Do you agree that maybe it's really not good to have that clip out there on the internet because critics could use it against you?
There are 5 zillion clips of me out there, and they will never stop. So at this point, I could literally
of him.
It doesn't matter.
Clips of him.
The things that they've said and done about me over the years, that there's so much vile stuff out there that it's just white noise at this point. You know what I mean?
There it is, the white noise. He always has his go-tos. He has his toolbox. And even then, it's not a good look, even with context, because he's trying to sell everyone the image of needing that money in the first place. You just can't spit on people at that point. True.
I just don't give a shit what they clip. I really don't. It doesn't bother
If you
me
like
at
to
all.
lie so much, Phil, then just lie and say, "Hey, thanks for the $1. Hey, thanks for the $2."
Sort of,
and then keep it pushing.
On the same sort of thing about this is you asking for support.
I like it, Claire.
I don't know. Let's get your reaction.
It would be great if you could support the stream tonight in any way. It's going to be critical that you guys support the content.
Critical.
Really, if I don't get support on these streams, it sucks because that means that I'm not making anything on the videos. If you'd like to support my final stream of the week, please do in any way. I will give you a shout out. Last chance, if you'd like to support the stream in any way, I would appreciate it. Guys, thanks for being here. It would be great if you could support the stream in some way. But outside of that, any support would be appreciated. It'd be great if you could support tonight's stream. You've been asking me non-stop for variety. So I'm giving you variety. I'm giving you what you want tonight.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this is like 12 minutes of you asking for money straight. Let's
need to pay
damn
3 to 4 more bills today. We really have.
No, but here's a perfect example. You're saying like, oh, I got to pay bills, so you guys have to pay up.
Okay. Hold on. Let's put it in context, shall we? Because it's not in context.
Today, we really have almost no support at all. Guys, it would be really great if you could support the stream today. We have had a very slow support stream. I don't know why.
Whoa.
I don't like having
Chrono Trigger, let's go.
Being honest, it's such a great game. You guys have asked for it for years. I wanted to play it for years. It kind of sucks to know that this is sadly a game that people aren't really digging. I don't know. We have another hour left. Okay, I'm just going to be doing story, as you can
I'm going to
see.
read the kick chat.
It'd be great if we could get some more
He actually said it. This is too good. Everything is out of context, dude. Phil seething.
I've got
ESP get a job.
And then big bills coming up right after. So tips.
The context of begging, LOL. Context doesn't matter, dude. You're asking for money for bills. That's your content, dummy.
I really don't.
Look at the pig squirm.
Chrono Trigger.
You need that money?
Last night. I'm nervous that what's going to end up happening is this game ends up being the slow
Bill
game.
does not enjoy listening to himself talk. I think that's the truest thing I ever saw.
And also, the other stream I'm doing doesn't get support. That's going to be a concern.
Phil, would it really be the end of the world if you had two streams in a row where you didn't hit some goal that you have?
Apparently,
Today,
yes.
no. Back then, and some of these older clips, because those are clips that are way out of context from like during the.
And his name is John C.
Holy shit, Brady! Thank you for scaring the shit out of me, my friend.
Well, I've heard
all the
you
way
say
over on
that you were
Twitch.
gonna work on that, asking for support, so
Happy Valentine's Day
how do
to
you think that's going?
you. No, you.
No, it's different now because the way that I ask is it a different way? Allow me to explain. Back then, as you saw in the older clips where you noticed the webcam's fuzzy, the quality shit.
Oh, let's see,
That was when I was
There's
going.
some later clips in here too.
Remember
though.
being like Phil before I got sober? I was always saying stupid shit that no one believed, and deep down I knew they didn't believe it. Laugh my ass off. Total nightmare. I can't imagine streaming it. Yeah. In front of a huge audience of people that do not like you and take joy in
I received a $150 tip from Jinx. That's
Cuck.
4 in a row. 6 streams in a row. We have hit the goals. All the goals.
You see what I can see what your detractors mean though. Like you seem to like guilt people. Like, well, we got.
You don't seem to. You do do it.
Times in a row.
The fact that he records his lies and then tries to fight it. Yeah. Where's the context? Where's the evidence? Your channel, DSP Space Gaming.
Tonight, it's not. I don't know. To me, it seems like it wouldn't be a big deal to miss it.
Right.
On the 7th out of 6 streams, right?
You're right. It's about context. I'm trying to. I don't know what time period.
It's all love, Brady.
Because there's been different times
drinking
we had things going.
that
like
water
a streak where that was the thing, was to keep it going and hit it every time. And like right now, for example, I don't care if I.
Oh, you know. Hey, I need everybody across YouTube and Twitch right now to get your water.
I didn't say, oh no.
Drink
so
up,
angry
bitches.
with all of you, the sky is falling in the world.
I have no water here.
Some of these clips.
This is all pantomime. I'm a phony.
Well, if I don't have enough tips, I can't go grocery shopping or whatever. It's because it was true. It's because that was years and years ago, at a time when things were
I got to get it out the freezer.
Phil,
That's the
you just said that
best.
you couldn't order
Ice cold
Barbies,
water. But also,
like, 2
I
days
also
ago.
fucks with room
Right,
temperature water.
And that's different. That's a joke. That's because we were hamming it up.
Oh,
We
it's a
wanted it to go.
joke. Guys, please give me money. Please give me money. Please give me money. It's a joke, guys. So whenever he says that he'll be pissed off if he doesn't hit the goal, he's just joking.
All right,
It's
listen,
just
if I
jokes.
go
It's
to
not
Pig-
real.
listen,
This is
if I-
real.
Phil, with respect, if I go to Pig Go right now
Drink that
and
water.
I put in the
True.
keyword term groceries, how long ago is the last time that you said if I don't hit the goal, I can't hit groceries?
Oh my God. Actual saying that I can't afford my groceries?
Today is the 13th of February, 2025. When's the last time you said to your audience, if I don't hit my goal, I can't buy groceries?
It definitely hasn't happened since I appeared on the casino. That's for sure. It definitely, I mean, I would think it probably hadn't happened.
The
Before
fact that
then.
you need those guys to class you up is pretty funny to me, but okay. Like, really?
No,
The
dude,
casino guys said don't ask for grocery money anymore, Phil?
Oh, no. What I'm saying is when I appeared on the casino, all right, for the first time in over a decade, people saw me in a completely different light. Instead
Well,
of me
they're-
just being
I think
destroyed.
Axton is trying to run your redemption arc. That's what I think.
True.
You know, I wish that there is a road to redemption for all men. But some of the things that I've been through when investigating you is
Mhm.
really scary. Like, I just want to ask you about the incentives and benefits. Like, do you really
Uh-huh.
think that it's a benefit for your audience to see you put on a vest or put on
No.
a hat or eat
No.
a sandwich? Like, that's what you're rewarding them with? I don't.
It's
get
not
it.
really
I
a
just-
reward,
by the way,
guys. I
I'm
don't
an outsider
know
looking in.
what would
Maybe
be
that's-
considered a
maybe that's
reward
normal.
worthy of
Did you-
$150, but I know for sure it ain't fucking a
We've already
vest.
talked about DSP tries it. Are you aware those goals don't exist anymore? They were phased out.
Phil, on
No, he
Smart,
ain't joking,
on
Brady.
Smart Show this week, you made people give you money so that you could eat snacks on stream. That's
Hell
another
yeah.
one of them.
Drink that
I didn't
shit.
Make them. That's a reward for us hitting a support level.
Drink that
has
shit,
nothing
Navy
to do
vet.
with made them do it so that they didn't do it because of that.
But
He
you
says I
understand,
haven't
it's
done
the
that in
same as
ages,
asking
but
for
can't bring
grocery
himself to
money
say it was
almost.
wrong
Like,
because he
send me
doesn't
money
think
and I'll
it's
eat a
wrong, which is the
snack.
All right,
crazy thing. He
here's the
knows that
deal.
other
So, no, but
people
here's my
would
point.
see
I
it
understand your point. Let me.
as
respond.
wrong.
There is a
Okay.
distinct difference.
But there's that block.
Which you'll
He
notice.
can't bring
By the way, I
himself
don't know
to
if you
say it
know
out
this,
loud because he
I don't know
knows
if
it's
you know
true.
But
And that gives the people that
there's a
are
distinct
calling him
difference
out on
between
it
years
the
ago,
satisfaction.
when I was actually financially distraught, legitimately financially distraught. Okay, and I'm on my stream and I'm saying, please support the stream today.
Insanity's the correct word. This guy is insane.
Super chats. Don't
To think that anybody would believe this shit.
because I need the money for tomorrow to do something with it, right?
Like
That's a
what?
lot
Get your
different than
haircut?
anything I'm doing
That's
today.
essential, right?
Today
I
is
guess.
positive reinforcement.
Wear a hat. Buy a hat. You have hats, by the way,
I've
actually.
kind of learned a lot from the casino since I've
Oh, me
been on
too,
there and
yeah.
I've watched them, how they do it. They positively incentivize their audience, right? Instead of saying it's a negative unless you support, you say, if you support me enough, I'll give you a positive. That's a different kind of reinforcement that I'm learning and I've instituted in my content. So every
Instituted.
time we hit 10 goals, we all talk on streams about what is it you want me to do. Just this morning on my kick chat, someone said, I want Phil to try the Shamrock Shake from McDonald's because he shit talks it all the time. But when was the last time he actually had one? And I was like, it's true. I don't even remember. Probably 15, 20 years ago. And I hated it. So people want to see me do that as a reward. So that's a positive incentive.
Maybe.
We hit a certain amount of goals. I'll get it. We'll do a taste test video. And I know another thing that you're thinking, because you're probably thinking, well, how is Phil eating something a reward for his viewers, right? Well, there you go. See, I'll play devil's advocate to myself here, right? Like, here's the thing. If I were to say every time that we hit a support goal, I don't know, I'm going to raffle off something. I'll raffle off a portal coaster. We'll do this or that. So who benefits from getting the portal coaster? One person. One person will get this portal coaster. Everyone else who tries to get it.
Look,
hundreds-
Shamrock Shake
Phil,
and the
what
McRib,
about-
we
you got
do not
rewards
take
for,
that
like,
slander
showing
in this
people your
corner of the
underwear
internet.
Or your socks.
Those are
Like, that's-
jokes. You don't really do that. PPP and Ashton, or excuse me, PPP and I care about that. We're joking. It's
All right.
incentive to try to get people to support, sure, but it's not a real reward.
All right,
That's
well,
hamming it up over the top.
Here's
But if
here's where I think you can make some progress.
The
with all
grocery
of
store,
your
pet
haters
store,
and
and the
detractors.
dump.
Okay.
Will
All
you
excuses.
commit for the next 6 months?
These excuses
to
work
not
on his
ask
mom who
for
wants to
money
get him
for your
away from her.
bills, your
Yes.
mortgage, your
Ice marbles,
internet
true.
payment, your car payment.
Mhm.
Will you commit for the next 6 months to not beg or ask, beg for
It'll
money
never happen.
for your personal
Detective
expenses?
Detractor, welcome.
I have not done that for
I don't know, man.
Since I've been
Go.
on the casino, since now I do something positive.
Hope you like what I done with the place.
It's not me
How is eating snacks and food a reward for his audience?
By the
Good
way,
question. Considering
I'm
how much he
learning
spends
from
on
you, so
DoorDash,
I
he
didn't
could
start
just get
goal
a
tonight, so
bunch of codes
I
on
just set the goal
Humble
now. We want
bundle.
50 super chats, any amount,
There you go.
and I will eat Arby's for that. Thank you.
There you go.
There's a market out there. I think he's testing the waters when he was showing off his feet and doing the mukbang. Like, he can't be real when he's like eating food on camera, bro. Like he looks like an animal. He looks like an alien.
Yeah. And
Now, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get?
I don't know. I think I want to try the burgers because I saw what you did, and you're right. I
good.
drive by an Arby's on the way to my cabin. The only thing I've ever liked from Arby's is curly fries.
Ooh,
I
cabin.
like some of the old sandwiches, but they stopped making some of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll get a burger. I'll eat Arby's if
I
we
think
get
you'll like-
50 super chats. But
I do
don't
think you'll like the
believe in
burger.
DoorDash, so they have to wait until I actually physically go get the sandwich.
There you
I
go.
don't believe in. Oh, that's another criticism. Do you do DoorDash like twice a week, or how much do you do DoorDash?
I do. I usually, if I'm not going out on my day off, I will DoorDash one meal that my wife and I share as like a dinner, so we don't have to cook because we literally cook every other day at home.
Who's we?
Or if I'm doing one of these big rewards after hitting 10 or so goals, we'll DoorDash the meal to show up so I can do the video live because no one wants to sit around while I'm going out to get the meal and come back. They want the food to be here on time during the stream.
Wait
that
a
way-
minute. This is coming from the guy that like spends at least 20 minutes in the bathroom.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
I'll tell you what, I get a home cooked meal every day because the in real life female style waifu loves to cook and I love to eat. Keto food.
It saves that down. But no, I don't DoorDash.
We're getting a big
every other
X
meal.
to gout on that one.
Listen,
Let's
I
throw it
have
up.
lost something like 40 pounds in the last, 5-6 years. How
good
could
for
I have
you.
done that if I was door dashing?
He does not like Twitch, but he pays for Prime.
You know what I mean?
They
I'm
give
eating healthy
GOG
meals that my
codes
wife
that
is
could give
eating
away.
nearly
Yeah,
every
and he
day.
also gets like
Well,
3 or 5 free gifted
that's
subs on
fair, but
YouTube,
are
doesn't
you
he?
gonna commit to not asking for personal expenses for 6
Whale calls
months?
and Hogan
Sure, because I
pulls.
don't do it now. Again,
And he
I
just
don't-
doesn't
I-
want to stream. He just wants to make money with the least amount of like effort as possible. So he'll get up and he'll he'll fuck off for 20 minutes. Like I get it. Like I also have like a be right back screen, but it plays clips from my Twitch over the course of like the 17 years I've been doing this. And it's not that hard. So like he only has like maybe what 10 or 12 good clips on his playlist, and it's like the same shit over and over again.
All right,
Don't ask for
I'm
personal
gonna hold
expenses
you
now.
to that. I'll be checking Pig Go every week.
You will. Now, here's what you got to do,
Keywords:
though.
groceries, mortgage, day off.
That's fine.
You can't
I
ask
don't-
for money for your day
The
off.
only
either.
thing, Claire, the only thing that Phil researches is how much the shit is, because if it's more expensive, then it's better
Ask for money
automatically.
for your day off because that's a little cringe, Phil.
The ever consumer.
Got the drip going. I got the drip going. I got the drip.
Snort Hogan coming through with the heat once again. Thank you, Snort, for the clip. Thank you, Steven, for the interview. And I guess thank you, Phil, for being so weird. What's wrong with you, guy? What's wrong with you? Well, I know what's wrong with me. We're only like 2 videos into our 5-video epic playlist that I have right here. We just got done watching 2 Snort Hogan videos. And now coming up next, DSP tries it Mimology 101. It's a 42-minute banger. I can't believe it. So much shit has gone down. And we're only just talking about the interview. As all of this stuff is going down, I'm scanning Twitter, and the Ravens Dolphin thing with King Sly has just popped off, and I'm getting updates, and it sounds absolutely insane. So we might call an audible and see what's going on over there. But we're definitely got to get to this Mimology 101 video, because when it comes to Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs, DSP tries it. It's 1 and 1A for the best edited videos on DSP that you can possibly see. So I hope to see you all in the next one. We're going to cut the part right here. And until next time, y'all, take care. Be safe. I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. Please stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, or else. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.